Hello and welcome to another episode of Kuma's Kitchen. And today, well, this is kind of an ode to a comic I used to read a lot because it was always in the local newspaper when I lived in Canada. And the name was Blondie. It was an old, really old one. I think it was from like the 1920s or 1930s, something like that started. And there was Blondie and there was her husband Dagwood. Dagwood liked to make these massive sandwiches. So they got known as the Dagwood sandwich. But I like making Dagwood sandwiches, so I'm calling this one the Kuma Dagwood sandwich. There's 3 different meats in here, 2 different cheeses, tomatoes, and a special sauce I made up to go with it. And it's fun to eat these. You gotta get your mouth around this and dig in. Probably something you want to eat in the kitchen, over the kitchen sink, because you're going to drop a few things. But fantastic, fun to make, fun to eat. Alright, let's go in the kitchen. Put together a Kuma Dagwood sandwich. To make these massive Dagwood sandwiches, well, here are the ingredients. I've got 3 ingredients for making the dressing or sauce we're going to use inside, which is half a cup of mayonnaise, 3 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, and 1 teaspoon of pepper, and kind of ground it a little coarse if you can. Then, for the sandwich itself, across the front here we've got 1 tomato, thinly sliced, or as thinly sliced as you can. It doesn't have to be perfectly thin. And then the cheeses. I've got 2 different cheeses here. I've got 7 ounces or 200 grams of Gouda, and I've sliced it up. And then I've also got the same amount, 7 ounces, 200 grams of Emmental. It's commonly, some people call it Swiss cheese. Although there are a lot more Swiss cheeses than just Emmental. But this is the Emmental one that you all know with the big holes in it. Got a nice mild flavor, both of them. It's just going to be just perfect for this sandwich. Then, for the meats. Well, I've got here is some ham. That is 6 ounces or 170 grams of sliced ham. It's just basically a couple different pieces of ham in here because it's called kiritoshi. It's just the stuff that, the cut-offs. Then I've got the same amount, 6 ounces, 170 grams of roast beef, and 6 ounces or 170 grams of pastrami. Now, sometimes I would use something like salami in here, but salami can overpower the other flavors a bit. I think these flavors tend to go better together. Then, for the bread itself, I've got 2 big ciabatta buns. I've sliced them in half like that. So those are all ready to go. So first thing, let's get the meat off to one side for right now, because what I want to do is I want to quickly whip up this mixture here. So I'm going to put the mayonnaise into a slightly larger bowl so it's easier to mix. Alright, that's got most of the mayonnaise. Then I'm going to add that Dijon mustard. Alright, looks like we got most of that. And the pepper. And then just going to mix it together. Use it. Well, you know what? I don't think I really need the whisk in there. It's kind of big for that. So let's just use this and just put a bit more elbow grease into the whipping. There we go. You could use a whisk. Sometimes I've used a smaller whisk, but the big size whisk it's a bit big for this bowl. So, oh, there we go. That's looking good, anyways. Perfect. That came together very nicely. All right. So that's all ready. Now, we've got our buns. Again, let's move some more. Move the cheese over too. Oops, there we go. Trying to balance things like that. All right, I've got the 2 buns here. And all I'm going to do now is just even this out amongst the 2 buns. I'm going to spread a little bit on each one. Got a little bit left over. Let's see how it goes first of all. So You want generous amounts. You just want to really get that on there. So it's got to take a little bit more. Alright, we got a little left here, so this one looks like you can use a bit more. Get more of that one there. A little bit more over here. Just be really generous to this stuff. And let it soak into the bread a bit. Fantastic. Now, it's time to construct our sandwich. So let's start off with one of the meats first. I'm going to go with the ham on the bottom. So, which one's our bottoms here? Let's see. Wait, I'm going to get mixed up. Put the bottoms to one side, the tops to the other. So that's our bottoms. We're going to put the ham on there. Just basically pile it on. As you're doing this, piling it on, kind of sometimes a little bit haphazardly, just think of Dagwood Bumstead in the kitchen, just grabbing stuff and throwing it on some pieces of bread. Not exactly making a masterpiece or anything. Maybe it'll turn into a masterpiece. But anyways, next, well, one of the cheeses. So let's go with the Emmental. Put that across there. Oh, it's not going to quite fit all, is it? Let's see if we'll go this way. A couple across here. No. So we're going to fit about part of those. Let's see. I want to get that kind of even, so... Well, it's not always going to be even. There we go. Alright, next. The roast beef. That piled in there. Just about getting even there. Let's put that piece over there. There, I think that's about even. Alright, now we've got the Gouda. It's like putting together a jigsaw puzzle. Let's see if we can put one more piece in right there. Alright, okay. Whew. Then we got our pastrami. Let's pile that on there. Now the pastrami is in smaller pieces, so some of it's going to fall out. I just know it. That's just the way it is. Alright, somehow that's all stayed up there. Tomatoes! That's going to be a bit more difficult. Okay. I'll just put a couple pieces on there. If you don't get all the tomatoes on, that's okay too. You can always just eat them as is. So let's see. I'm looking like I've got an uneven number of tomatoes here. So guess what? That piece. And the assemblage. Squish it down a bit. Squish that down a bit. There we go. Look at that. A Kuma's Dagwood sandwich. Whoops. There goes a piece jumping out already. Alright. Alright. Fantastic sandwiches. Great fun to make. Great fun to eat. A little messy. Maybe not the kind of thing where you want to eat. Somewhere where you got to keep things clean. But you're going to do the real Dagwood thing, you just eat them in the kitchen. Alright. Go ahead and enjoy that. And if you like this sandwich, and I know Dagwood likes it, well, make sure you stick around and check out the other recipes here on Kuma's Kitchen. These are all original Kim Riley recipes, things that I'd like to muck around with and share with you. So make sure that you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification bell so you don't miss anything, and then go and make this sandwich and make fun in summer and make cooking fun again with Kuma's Kitchen.